Hi, I'm John Kennedy, Kennedy CycleFit. This is part of the procedure, what we do when we measure someone. We first measure their foot size, determine whether both feet are the same length, then we work out the size of each foot. From there, what we'll do then is we'll come forward, we will measure the inseam leg length, pull that up hard, and then what we'll do is we'll take a measurement there and that'll give us inseam leg measurement. From there, walk out there, come back in here. Just pull that up, heel up there, heel up straight. We'll do inseam thigh length. This will give us a bit of an indication of how long the thigh is. Put it down. Walk in. We will get then the height of the person. So we'll be able to work out exact height. Okay. Just stand here. From there, we'll then get a bit of an arm measurement. And then from there, we will get a torso length. Just lift the front up a little bit. From there, we'll get a shoulder width. Hold your hands out. A hand size. That gives us a bit of an idea with body measurements, a rough perimeter of what we're looking at. One of the other processes we do here is we work out anatomically how correct the hips are and shoulders are and the alignment of the spine and the weight from one leg to the other. So from here what I'll do is I'll work out shoulder heights, and I notice here with Bridget her right shoulder drops about 12-13 millimetres. We look at hip heights, and I notice here it's a good 8-9 millimetres lower the right hip. I look at weights from one leg to the other. You know, she's actually weighing 4 kilograms heavier on the left-hand side. We can work out how much compensator we need to make it so it's level. And from there, I'm looking at her spine, and we can work out a few little issues here with the lower back, spine. Gives me a good interpretation of Bridget before she even gets on a bicycle. So now we're going to get Bridget to do a little bit of a hamstring stretch and just look at, observe her back. And from here I can see issues with her upper back. Yep, and that one. Yep, okay. Just lift foot down. What I'm doing here is looking at the Achilles. Okay, just stand up. Now what I'm doing, I'm just looking at hip rotation, shoulder rotations, and the alignment of the spine static standard. And then what we'll do now, just turn around this way and face and just do a squat. Now I'm just looking at Bridget's movement with the feet. Just do a squat for me. And I'm just determining now how much pronation she's got and how much foot flexion she's got. Just do that once more for me again. And just stand up again.
Okay. What we'll check first is the supplier name and the brand name of the rubber in order to see that it's legal and admitted. So this is supplier Yasaka, and this is the brand name Raxa 7. Fortunately, we have the ITTF numbers on it, so this means I just may collect the numbers. That's 83007, and the same on the black side, that's fine. Which means I have a number for the supplier, which is 83, and 007 for the brand. Just a quick check. Shortly known as the LARC. So, and we just check if 83.007 is in. Because, as you probably know, only those rubbers are admitted which are on the actual rubbers list. So it's 83 for Yasaka, and here we have the 007 for Raxa 7. That's fine. Next step is to measure flatness of the racket, because one problem could be if you measure thickness of the rubber and there is a bubble in the middle, then it can be legal on the outside, but with the bubble in the middle, it can be too thick. So we have this smart device, which to put up here, and you can see it as well.
Yeah.
What we measure is minus 19.
Yeah.
That means that it's 0.19 millimeters deeper in the center than on the right and on the left, which is absolutely legal.
Okay.
So this is the red side of the flatness. It is minus 0.19. And the same thing, of course, is done on the black side. And again, you can see it yourself. It is now minus 0.24, which is fine again because the limit is minus 0.50. That says half a millimeter. Can the racket in the center be deeper than on the outside? The next thing to do is now measuring thickness of both sides. This device, we just compare the height of the wood in comparison to the height of the rubber. It's just measuring the difference of the two heights from this pin sitting on the wood here and these two positioned on the rubber. The difference, as we can see here, for you, it's 382. We make an average measure because there can be different heights on both sides. It's now 3.75, and this gives an average just 380, which means that the red side is legal. And perhaps to show it now to you from the other side, but I can turn it around. And it seems that the black one is even smaller. It gives you 3.52 on the one side, and we do the same on the other side, which gives us 3.72. And perhaps to make a third check on diagonal basis, it gives us 3.74, which averages to 3.65, if I have calculated that correctly in my head, but I do it every day, so I think so. This means that the rubbers by themselves are not too thick, they have the correct brand, and they are flat, so the rubbers by themselves are legal.
What is a thickness measurement which is not allowed?
The limit is 4.0, that's set in the rules of table tennis. You see 4.0, that's one digit.
Yeah.
We are measuring two digits.
Yeah.
This means everything up to 4.04 is rounded down statistically to 4.0 and would be okay.
Yeah.
And everything that is 4.05 and above is illegal.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
So, we have seen that the rubber is legal on both sides. It is not too thick and it is flat, and the brands are legal. The next thing is one of the biggest topics that we have in table tennis right now. It's volatile organic compounds, which means things going in the air, gas, glue, rubber cleaner, and with this device we are measuring that. This is called RAE, R-A-E. It's what the boys from the chemistry say, it's a photoionization detector. That means the gas is becoming electronically charged and produces a current from one point to another, and you can measure in parts per million what the gas is that we get out of here. The rules say that the measurement will be 20 seconds for each rubber. We have a background level at first. This is 0.0 at the moment, indicating that no gas is in the room, and we only measure the difference for 20 seconds. And it looks like this is a very clean rubber side because it almost releases no gas. Okay, the 20 seconds is over. We had 0.0 at the beginning, 0.2 at the end, which is very good because the limit is 4.0. So we have only 5% of the limit. And this limit is already very, very small compared to the Ines boxes we had until last year. They discovered things that are higher by the amount of factor 10. So to get all the tuners and boosters out of table tennis, this device was applied. And we do the same on the red side. The background reading start is 0.0. And again, 20 seconds. I have the stopwatch here. I think this is produced by a special company for environmental care, because normally it's used in environmental care and measurements, and for military uses also. And the ITTF has adopted it to table tennis in a light version to get it cheaper and to get it calibrated to the things we need to do here. So this is our very smart device we use from this year on during the next years, hopefully. And the last thing that we have to do with your racket is a gloss check. Gloss means if the racket is too bright, it can unsight the opponent, just like blinding jewelry or things like that you may not wear. So this is a gloss meter. It has an ultraviolet lamp inside, and you just put it on the racket and you can measure the reflection. So this gives us 11%, which is very good because the limit is 24. We can average this as well, but it seems it is 11 all over the rubber. This is very good. And the same thing, of course, on the black side. It's normally lower because, black is not so bright color. And in average we have 6%, which also doesn't make any problems. These are the 4 measurements we do: flatness, thickness, gas and gloss. The general appearance of the racket is very good as far as I can see. There are no broken edges, no part of the rubber is missing. I tear away the trimming a little and I can see it's cut very well. So you can see there's no part of the rubber standing over the wood, and it's no part of the rubber, you can see on that side, that's too short. So the cutting is very good. So I would say this racket is all over very good. It's okay, you can play with it. I write the name of your player
Gauzy.
on the paper. This is Mr. Gauzy. This is table number 1 at 1600 today.
Yeah.
And this means that we just keep the racket here. And one of our team will then bring it to the umpires, together with your opponent's racket, of course.
Okay.
And it will be handed to your player directly at the table at match start.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
We're done. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Good luck for the rest.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.